Yo, what's going on guys, Arekkz here, welcome back to another Division video, and in today's video, just a super quick one, a quick blueprint reset video. So I trialed this last week, and I basically said, let me know what you think about it, because of course, if this is useful to you guys, I will of course continue it. Basically, since the April update dropped, the blueprints in the Dark Zone safe rooms do now rotate on a weekly basis. They rotate on Saturday, that's UK time, of course it might differ where you are, but the point is, they rotate on a weekly basis, so the first week had the first wave M1A, and of course the tactical AUG. Then last week we had the first wave Vector and the PX4 Storm, and of course this week they have rotated again. And one of the things you guys said last week as well, you were like, could you include a few more blueprints? So what I'm going to do this time is list out all the DZ safe room blueprints, but only the item level 32 ones. So there's gear score 204 or item level 32, depending on whether you're looking at mods or gear pieces. The rest of them, of course, if you want to see them, you have to look for yourself, but these are the most relevant ones. So, if you guys do enjoy this, then a like would be super appreciated. Again, comment down below and let me know if this is useful to you guys, because of course, if it is, I will continue, but if it isn't, then of course, there's no point me doing it. So, firstly, starting things off in the DZ02 safe room, this is where you'll get some armor pieces. There are 4 armor pieces right now at 204 gear score. They all require that you are DZ rank 50, and they'll set you back somewhere in the realms of 140,000 to 190,000 Dark Zone funds. You have an electronics vest blueprint, a firearms mask blueprint, a firearms vest blueprint, and some stamina knee pads blueprints. As you can see with all the numbers on screen, this is how much they cost, and these are of course their associated ranks. But that is basically what you need to know from the DZ02 safe room. Of course, if you want to look at these in detail, then feel free to pause the video. But moving on to the most interesting one, DZ03, this is of course where you get your weapons, and this week there are 2 new weapons, again at gear score 204, and that is the Tactical Super 90 SBS, that's of course a shotgun, and the Tactical ACR, which is of course an assault rifle. Now I will of course be grabbing these myself today and doing some testing, but for the time being, the ACR, when I've used it in the past, I have had a high-end version. It is a pretty good assault rifle. Do bear in mind it's an assault rifle, so they aren't necessarily the most sought-after weapons, but that being said, a nice item level 32 or gear score 204 ACR is surely not a bad thing to have. The ACR will of course set you back just over 300,000 Dark Zone funds, and the Tactical Super 90 is about 285,000 Dark Zone funds. These have, as mentioned, of course, replaced the first wave Vector and the PX4 Storm, but of course, because these do rotate, these will return at future time. So for anyone that missed the first wave M1A or the Vector or anything like that, then rest assured these will return at some point. And these do also require that you be Dark Zone rank 75. Then moving over to the DZ04 safe room, you have 2 gear mods. You have an electronics gear mod and a stamina gear mod. These are item level 32. You don't have gear score on gear mods. You have item levels. A little bit confusing, but either way, these require that you be DZ rank 50. These will set you back about 230,000 Dark Zone funds, and that is all you need for DZ04. And then finally, DZ05, you have 1 extended magazine, an item level 32 extended magazine. This is 140,000 Dark Zone funds. And again, do bear in mind that when you buy extended magazines as blueprints, you do have the chance to roll, say, increased weapon damage, 100% magazine size, etc. So getting an extended magazine as a blueprint is, of course, far better than buying an extended magazine outright. And that's pretty much it. Of course, do bear in mind the DZ06 safe room is now exclusively for Nomad gear, so that doesn't really change, which is a bit of a shame. It used to be the most exciting one, and now it's just kind of pointless. But either way, those are your blueprints for this week. They're available for the next week until Saturday. So if you do want to pick these up, then make sure you do so this week, because of course they will rotate out. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Take it easy. Catch you next time. Peace out.